Welcome, brothers. It's time for another Days of Giving live stream. I'm your host, Jonathan Chaffin, Gamatol 2000, your director of senior director of programs and engagement. Our guest right now is Alexander Senchek, ADA06 Foundation president. And real quick, before we get talking too much, I want to say a quick thank you to a couple of gifts we've just had come in for the Days of Giving. If I navigate over to my correct tab here, we have recently seen support from Sarah Mayo of the Chi Delta, who is on the scholarship committee, if I remember right, Alex.
Yeah, that's right.
We had Chip Worrell, Pi 80, I believe, who's a social impact fellow, steering committee member.
Yeah, and his father was a ADA, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep.
A lot of movement today, a lot of exciting stuff, Days of Giving wise. We are actually right in the middle of a speed challenge for the Days of Giving. Alex, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, I would love to. And first of all, Jonathan, thank you for coordinating these. I think they're a wonderful addition to the activities that we do over Days of Giving, and frankly, potentially doing them more often, because I think it's wonderful to have really direct communication and some more opportunities for people to jump on and share what's going on around the country with some of our programs. We have been pushing Days of Giving for a number of years, and every year they have a different tenor or a different tone. This year, we're really pushing on new donors, not the same people that we love who give every year, but we want new names. And to that end, Tim Zepp, the president of the Executive Council, and I got together and really want to push on 30 new donors, which would unlock $1,000. So the money is very important to us, but it's really about new donors. And so if you haven't given since 2022, this will count as a new donor, or someone coming back to us. And so the idea is, everybody who has not been a donor recently, but hopefully we will get you back on, and you'll make Tim pay some money. So that's a fun one that we have right now.
Excellent. So you heard it here, folks. If you if you've never made a gift before, 30 gifts from new donors in any amount, and you can make the very own president of the Executive Council have to kick in a little bit more.
And it's actually a double challenge, because it would also unlock whatever other challenges are out there as well. So for chapters and matchers who are already funding a challenge, this would be on top of that. So it's a really good time for people who have not given a gift ever to step up and give something, because it will be double matched in most situations.
All right. Well, speaking of matchers, we've got some brand new matchers this year. We do very much appreciate all of the brothers that decide they're going to go kick in a little bit extra to try and spur their chapter brothers on to new heights. And we do very much appreciate both the ones that match every year and the ones that have stepped forward new this year. Most recent. So just to highlight some of those folks, we've got Mitch Wilson is a match for the Beta Alpha. Mitch Wilson, 91. Charles Sollett, the Theta 65, is doing a $1,945 match. George Rathman with the Epsilon 63, I believe, is also a new match.
That's fantastic. That's great.
And Joe Sillo put in a $5,000 match for the Delta. So Delta brothers, unlimber those wallets and help us secure that $5,000 match.
That's great. And Joe, it's worth noting that Joe has been a long time and substantial supporter of all the programs at SIU. He's a wonderful, wonderful guy, based out in San Francisco, and just has been only engaged at the foundation level since I think probably 2020 or 19, but tremendous energy and really, really visionary, I would call it, kind of work that he's done with Jonathan, you, myself, and others. But it's really great to see him continue to step forward and call out his fellow Deltas.
It's it's worth noting that I believe we've had five Fish Fund Social Impact Fellows and probably 6 Fish Fund graduate student scholarship recipients.
Yeah.
So, really,
neither of those programs existed 7 or 8 years ago. I mean, it is notable that those are very recent new additions to the portfolio of things that we do.
Very much, and very helpful now more than ever. We have Joey Cabal of the Phi stepping up with a $500 match for the brothers up there. David Poor for the first time as a matcher for the Gamma Tau.
That's great.
And did Bob Peterson match last year?
I believe so. He's been a matcher for several years, but it's great to see Bob coming through. Former board member, been very, very wonderfully engaged with the Omicron and with the National in various capacities. And, it's one of those, it's really important for people who have served on the International to remain engaged. Many people many organizations feel the same way, but just because you step away from the governance role, he is one of those guys that also has remained involved philanthropically and as a great cheerleader, I would say, for our work.
Yeah, I would absolutely. So those are just some of our matchers. We very much appreciate all of them. We'll be sending out an email listing and thanking everybody. And we get more every day of the challenge. So every year.
Yep.
So all I ask is, if you're
Jonathan, I'd like to point out a couple of other things for the good of the cause, if you don't mind. One is our economic symposium is coming together really nicely on December 16th in New York City at the Players Club. We've got a couple of really stellar speakers, a lot of great energy from the past 5 years that we've been doing it. And so this year is going to be really wonderful. I hope some people on the call out there will join us. If you haven't heard about it before, this is a great time to make your trip to New York and enjoy our program plus whatever else you want to do in New York City. It's a great time of year to come. The second one is that Doug Hahn Doug is an Omega and has been hosting our SIU International Golfing outing, and he just did donate to the Days of Giving very generously. Thank you, Doug. But also confirmed our date for next year, which is December 15th on a Tuesday.
Outstanding. So speaking of some of the, so I hope to see some of you in Manhattan. I know that I will. I want to point out that since we've been broadcasting, we've had a couple more gifts come in, which is kind of the exciting thing about doing this live.
My daughter Andrea thanks all of them.
I do.
Yes, you do.
Wonderful. We've had Kathy Lefevre of the Gamma Tau. We've had Tim Wims of the Phi. Excellent.
Wonderful.
And just a little while back, we had Terrence Turner of the Beta Beta.
Oh, wonderful, Terry. Thank you, Terry.
Oh, and one of the things I want to make sure is John Biff Gurutowski with his $250 donation. That was a honor gift in honor of Mark Bing. So Brother Wheatley of the Ada. I don't know if you know him, Alex. I don't. Haven't had the pleasure.
I don't, but I look forward to.
Yeah, and then let me see how we're doing. I know that we have just passed our. So just for a quick update on the order here, we've got the Gamatol with 29, the Ada at second with 26, the Psi about to cross the 20 bridge with 19.
Wonderful. That's great.
The Omicron at 16, Omega at 13, then the Delta Omicron at 12. So it's still anybody's game, although the gaps are starting to widen. The Pi just under 10. And then rounding out the top 10, we've got the Gamma, the Theta, and the Phi.
Jonathan, it occurs to me, one of the questions that we get a lot is giving to chapter versus international, and how do you think about it? How do you where do you place your priority? And I think of this as personally, I would say that there are always moments that one is going to step into the forefront versus the other. The Pi, for instance, hosted convention. It's a wonderful celebration of their chapter, but also it takes money to do that, and they obviously did a lot of fundraising successfully to host the international. But to me, it's a both and. I really do think that giving to both organizations is incredibly important. I would say that one of the benefits of when you do that, you know exactly where your money is going to when you give to the chapter. It's you can see those brothers sitting in the in the chapter house and feel good about that. But also giving to the international is in some ways the way that we secure our future. It is both a tax deductible charitable contribution that means a lot in our programs, like our scholarship fund, as well as our fellowships and all of the publications that we do that keep the brand or the mission of SciU consistent across our chapters. But also it is so important to us to be able to support the chapters with leadership development, with opportunities for engagement across chapters, as well as just really important counseling or coaching services that we provide almost daily to many of our chapters, in addition to expansion and recolonizing or reorganizing our chapters that have gone dormant. So for anybody who says, oh, I give to my local and that is how I give to SciU, I would just say that there is a opportunity to really help the future of this organization, inclusive of all the local chapters, through a gift to the foundation.
Very well said. Very well said. And not to at Georgia Tech, we had during homecoming, we had the phrase that P points count, participation points count, right? So
yeah.
Don't think that your $30 gift is going to go unloved or unappreciated or unused because we use the whole pig donation. I don't know, whatever. My symbol kind of fell down there, but we use all of it. We appreciate all of it very much. With that, we've got, I just checked the numbers. It looks like we have about 20 donors to go, 20 new donors to make sure that we secure that extra $1,000 by 7:30.
That's great.
So let's get in there and take Tim's money and
hashtag take Tim's money. Yes.
All of it. Well, brothers, I've got multiple people asking me for support right now with their their various ways of participating with the Days of Giving. So I'm going to let this go, let Alex get out. And
awesome.
Wow. We'll keep looking. I'll have the next update on the social before too terribly long. So
awesome. Hey, Jonathan, thank you so much.
Thank you, Alex. Great talking to you.
Bye now.